governor there in Canaan, or in Phoenicia as it's known then, writing back to the Pharaoh who lived in Marna. At that time, Armana was the capital of Egypt. And it mentions on the tablets that there are these barbaric people living in the mountains coming down to the plains, that they're destroying the cities on the plains, but they're leaving some of the cities alone. What does that parallel? And where have you heard that before? Joshua. That sounds like Joshua, doesn't it? In fact, when you look at the dates, you will see they're the exact same dates as the Joshua account. Remember, Joshua came to the mountains, he came down to the plains, he destroyed Jericho, Ai, and then the Ebionites come to him. They have dusty clothes and they have dirty sandals. They say, we've traveled a long distance, we'd like to have an alliance with you. He agrees to alliance, shakes their hands, or whatever they did to agree, and then they turn around and say, well, actually, we're right next door. You can't go back on your alliance. And he did. He let them alone. Supporting exactly what we see on these Armana tablets from the same time period, proving that this event can happen. Now let's see what the British Museum does with this, because the British Museum is the most secular of institutions. They are not interested in proving anything that's biblical. That's not their remit. Let's see what they say. Up here, it says the Armana tablets, or letters, make reference to the Hapiru. Remember I said we come back to the Hapiru? These are the same people that are referred to in the Armana tablets. The Hapiru, depicted as roving bands of stateless people, based in the hill country and conducting raids on cities. These alternate kingdoms form the basis of the biblical Hebrews. What in the world is the British Museum admitting something that they really have no right to admit unless they're coming to the same conclusion we're coming to? As they look downstairs and they see what Shalmaneser III, how accurate that is with the story there in 2 Kings chapter 22 and 1 Kings chapter 9 and 10. As they see Tiglath-Pileser and see how that accurate that is with 2 Kings chapter 17 and 1 Chronicles chapter 5. As they go and see Sargon II and Sennacherib and see how accurate the Bible is in every one of these characteristics, can you see they're coming to the same conclusion that we've been coming to? Why not call them the Hapiru or Hebrew, depending on where you put the vowels? You can add the vowels or take it away you want. These are all consonantal texts. So if the British Museum is going to suggest that these are the biblical Hebrews, why should we deny them? Good stuff, isn't it? I love it. That's why it's so good as we look at this material. The more they scratch, the more they find, the more we shine. Now let's continue. Let's go over here. We're going to look at two more artifacts.